Welcome to another podcast. With me I have Álvaro Peñas, a journalist from Spain. Welcome.
Thanks a lot, Adam. Thanks for the invitation.
You are having a very chaotic moment in Spain right now.
Yes.
You had just had a vote in which Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez received support for another 4 years in power. But he had to sell something for a very high price. Could you tell us more about the situation?
Yeah. It's true that we are going to have another 4 years of Socialist Party, and now it's Sumar. Before it was Podemos, as you know, in the government. But yes, the price this time is very high because he needed the votes of all the separatist groups in the Camera to be elected again. So the big problem now is that. Okay, it's something like to explain easy. When you have given all the cake or part, you just don't have anything else to sell except maybe the table, maybe the house. Yes, and this is what's happening with the separatists. They know they have this situation now, and they are asking for more. They are asking in this case for the amnesty for all the people involved in the CAP in the 2017, and they are asking again for a referendum, which was the case. They were arrested and they were in trial. So this time the government has said yes. Okay, this new government is going to do this, and the thing here is that they were all the time during the campaign saying that they were not going to do this, that it was impossible. There was no amnesty, no referendum, and now we have this change. And of course, if you give this to the separatists in Catalonia, you have to give this to the separatists in the Basque Country, and maybe in the future to the Galician ones. So yes, it's a really very bad situation. It's true that this is not something new. This is something that has been, seeded for a lot of time. So many years there have been a lot of concessions to these parties. They give them, the education. They give them a lot of competencies of the state. So now they want all the cake. So this is the big problem. And this government is clear that is going to do this. Of course, try to masquerade this in any way, saying this is not a referendum. This is another thing. But the point is that we are going to a point in where we can have a real dissolution of the nation, because we are seeing the dissolution of the state. And also, of course, in this time that the European Union always speaks about the European values and democracy, and this is we are losing our democracy. The point is we have no separation of powers, and now the government can't override the judicial decisions, and it's really a very, it's not chaotic, a very dangerous situation for the country, because we don't know what we are going to have in the next months. Yes.
And when it comes to the judicial issue, there is the case of that there is a certain gentleman, Mr. Puigdemont, and other leaders of the Catalan separatist parties who organized an illegal referendum in Catalonia in 2017, but they were punished by the Spanish state. But now it looks like Mr. Sanchez will try to make that disappear. How does this affect the balance of power between the judicial system and the legislative system?
Well, all the judicial associations have even made a statement against this, even the socialist one. So you can see for the judges it's a disaster. And also this is very important, in the amnesty, in the pact they made with the Socialist Party and Junts, which is the party of Puigdemont. They speak about the lawfare. So Socialist Party has assumed the separatist theory of that the judiciary didn't go against separatists because they have committed crimes, but because of their ideology. So this is really very, very, very hard. And of course, for the judiciary, this is a very bad sign. In Spain, we have our courts. We have one problem. There is a lot of politics in it. So now socialists control a big part of the judiciary. But I think even some of these people are starting to think that this is a very, very big problem. And with the amnesty, applying this lawfare, they are not going only to release all the people involved in the CAP, just push them on, other leaders. They are speaking even of the people who organize this to like 400 people, yes, more or less. But if they, because they assume the lawfare, this can be open to many people who was not charged for this case. For example, Laura Borràs she is one independentist leader, and she was convicted. She was sentenced 4.5 years for corruption case, and for sure they are going to put her in the amnesty. Or you have the lawyer of Puigdemont, Gonzalo Boyer, which was a former terrorist, and he's in a case, for whitewashing money in a drug case. Yes, drug trafficking case. So all these people is going to be safe because, of course, Puigdemont knows he has the winning hand. So he can say, no, okay, now this person, now this person. So this is the end of an independent justice system. There is no justice. Why Spanish people has to follow the rules when you have these special people that they can do anything they want? Yes, it's really for me the end of the judiciary. So at the end, this is the end of the democracy in Spain as we have known it until now. Yes.
And we can just mention here briefly that this is not the first time that the Sanchez government comes up with a reform in the judiciary, and in the result, other people are released from prison. Previously, it was about sexual cases. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about this scandal.
Yeah. Okay, this was one of the feminist law, and they make the lay of only yeses, yes, only solo CSC, and this was in this case this was a failure in the law they made. This law was proposed by Podemos. And Irene Montero, at that time was the Minister of Equality. And it gets some sexual aggressors, more than 1,000 benefits from this law. And but
so they were released from prison.
Also yes,
they were released from prison. These sexual rapists.
Some of them were released, others get lower sentences. So it was very funny. We are doing a feminist law, and now we have more sexual aggressors in the street. So yes, but this, of course, they say this was not their fault; was fault of the fascist judiciary. This kind of speech. Yes, but anyway, we have another changes in law. Socialist Party during this last government, they have they put out of game the crime of sedition, which was the crime used against the separatist leaders. So now that we have no crime this in Spain. So if they do this again, I don't know what they are going to charge against them. It's really a disaster. And also they have also changed crimes against when you have politicians who steal money. Situation is really bad because the state has less and less weapons to fight against this if this happens again, and probably it will happen again.
There was mainly focus about this amnesty law that overturned the prison sentences for the people that made the illegal separatist referendum, but there was also this talk in this new deal about a new referendum. Could you give us more details about what have they been saying about this new referendum?
Yeah, they have said that they will have to discuss. So this is a proposal. It's not that we are going to have a referendum next year, but that they are open to discuss the possibility of a pact referendum between the Catalonian separatists and the state, and there is nothing else. It's like this is it's not clear what does it mean. It's just, but they are saying that yes, they can discuss this. And the situation now is that if Sánchez wants to keep in government, he will have to say, yeah, okay, we have to go with this. In the parliament, Gabriel Rufián, which is one of the representatives of another separatist Catalonian party, of Esquerra Republicana de Catalunya, and he said to Sánchez that he has to see the parliament, see who is supporting him, who is the people who is supporting him. So tell him that take care with what you do. was clear a truth. Yes. So yes, we will have this referendum, and also we have this referendum in Catalonia. The Basque are the next. So it's and the worst thing of all of this is that during the electoral campaign, we have seen a lot of socialists, of course, Pedro Sánchez, socialist leaders, saying there is not going to be amnesty. Puigdemont has to be come back to Spain to be put in front of justice. There is not going to be no referendum. But and this is the point of the kind of politicians we have. Sadly, we have in Spain. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, the socialist, the number 3 of the party, I don't remember now the name, but he told the media that when they asked him about, okay, you are going to have a lot of problems with Junts and these people. Okay, no, I don't think so, because we have started our negotiations in March. So it's clear that it was done months before this. It was a plan, yes. So this is incredible because they lie all their voters, and now we have this situation. Of course, they are using the control of the media to sell this as this is good for democracy, this is good for Spain, but this is a disaster.
Also, we have seen a lot of protests. I think we are now on the 14th or 15th consecutive day of big protests in Ferraz in front of the headquarters of the Spanish Socialist Party. But in recent days, we have seen more and more police violence against the protesters. Are people not allowed to protest on the streets of Spain?
Yeah. Until now, yes. Next month, maybe this changed. Yeah, not only in Madrid. Okay, Madrid is we have, of course, is the capital, but in many cities, in Barcelona, this is happening many days. In Bilbao, for example, we have seen in Pamplona, and so in many places, Sevilla, there's having these demonstrations. But yes, in Madrid, of course, is the main battle. Yeah, the police is being very aggressive against demonstrators, and of course, I also think this is not casualty. You have to see that as you say, 14 years ago. Yes, today is 15 today. I think Friday. Yeah. It started one Friday, and it was on Monday that was the first time that the police charged against demonstrators. When you see the image of what happens that Monday, you see that there was no real need to do that. There was not a violent situation. This was maybe a people touching a wall, some people, but nothing really dangerous, nothing really violent. And the police use gas against demonstrators, something they don't did against the violent Catalonian separatist demonstrators back in time, or these round balls they use with the shotguns, and it was very 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 extreme because most people there was families, old people, young people. So this has, of course, this caused a reaction, and I think this was the reaction they want. And in the last days we have seen many times that you have people of the secret police which are in the between the demonstrators, and they are who are throwing things to other policemen. So this is for government is they try to show that this is just a minority of fascist violent demonstrator, but this is not true. And for many people it has been a shock to see that the police is acting like that against their own people, and to the people that usually support police. So you know what I mean. Yes, that it's like they don't think they can be like that when you are asking, supporting, that they still have a country to defend.
If we look at the profile of the people that are out on the streets protesting, we see a lot of young people. There seems to be that this young organization called the Revuelta is doing a lot of the protests. What is the profile of the people that are protesting?
Well, there is a lot of young people, and the young people usually are in the front, which is normal. Yes, I was 2 days ago there, and the people who was surrounded me, what's normal people. You have people 60 years, 70 years old even, but there was you cannot say this is only young people. This is, you have very very different people, but also that politicians, Vox politicians, goes to these demonstrations. Yesterday, Ortega Smith was there. He's in Madrid. He's still a MP, and he was speaking with the police to tell them that they are going to see what they do, and even to denounce if they see any police abuse, which was also very very good. And the kind of people you can see there, is very, it's a good representation of the Spanish society. You have very different people, but it's not just only young people who go there to demonstrate. Of course, when this starts at 8 in the night, so at 11 you are going to find mostly young people. This is normal, of course. But it's many people is going out to the streets because I think Spanish people now is conscious of what is happening. Yes.
You mentioned the Vox Party, which was practically created in order to combat separatism in Spain. This was originally why they broke away from the Partido Popular, the center-right party. But what is the position of Partido Popular when it comes to this issue?
Okay, Partido Popular, of course, is against what is happening. But it's true that it's like they are playing sometimes with the old politic, and the old politic in Spain is dead. I mean, you have in the past this change, socialist, popular, socialist, popular. They go in power. If they don't have enough votes, they make a pact with these separatist parties, and the game continues. Yes, but this is broken, and many people, not I think in the leadership of the Partido Popular, does not understand this, and they want sometimes to come back to the old times, and the old times are dead. So I think the people of who vote for Partido Popular are totally against this gap, and some of their leaders. But there are others who are trying to find moderate way how we can do this. Excuse me. How we can do this to come back to a normal situation. And if you are confronting something like this, which is a change of regime, you cannot be moderate. You have to be very clear, and you have to be very strong in your positions. And this is the problem we are saying. There was a demonstration last week. Was many people, more than 1 million people in the streets in all Spain. Tomorrow is going to be another big demonstration, and of course, Partido Popular is going to be there. But I hope they don't, they understand what the situation is, because sometimes it looks like, they have, they are not conscious of what they are fighting. Just another example. For example, they have the majority in the Senate. Yes. And Vox asked Partido Popular, to do some things to make the amnesty to make it slow, that it can be, because Senate is not useful to really to stop this. And the Partido Popular said they don't want to make something which is not legal or sound. They are still playing with the old cards. Like, okay, we are speaking with normal parties. No, this is not normal situation, and the Socialist Party is not the Socialist Party who was his friend in the past. So I hope they see this, because we need that this happens, because they have a lot of support yet, and okay, it's a very important part of our society, and Vox is not enough alone to get a big change. Of course, Vox is who is doing the big battle. Yes, it's all the time fighting, which is the necessary, and of course this justify why it was funded.
Also, there was more dramatic events. I think on the same day that it was announced that Sanchez had reached a deal with the separatists, there was a shooting in Madrid. One of the founders of Vox was shot in the face. Do we know more information now, a couple of days or weeks even after it happened? What exactly happened on that day?
Okay, this is interesting to see, for example, how is Spanish media. You can find more information about that socialist MP. Some people throw in X that about this attempt of murder. Yes. No, for the moment, okay. Vidal Quadras, who has been very important in fighting against separatism in Catalonia. He was the leader of the Partido Popular in Catalonia. Yes, he was one of the founder of Vox. And of course, he was an easy target because he had no kind of protection. And first, some media tried to say this was a robbery. This was total absurd. After that, they have pointed Iran because that he has been in contact with groups against the Iran regime. And now, yesterday, there was some information that are pointing to Morocco, like they want to destabilize Spain. Yes. So there is nothing clear yet. There is, but the truth is that they have, this happens, and it's like, okay, this was one morning in the news, and it's over, which is really incredible. Yes, because this is they tried to kill him. So yeah, but at the moment we don't know anything else. Some people also point because, of course, separatists were very happy with this. There was one really incredible message on Twitter of the Junts branch saying that this was the way to combat fascists and we have to do things like this kind of things. So, but at the moment there is nothing clear.